Right, I'm recording.
Two decorators and a microphone. The UK's first painting and decorating podcast with Trev and Ryan.
Back by popular demand. Your headphones aren't plugged in properly.
I know. Well, it's okay. It's the only way I can make it sound stereo.
Oh, we're in stereo surround sound.
Wow.
How are we doing?
This is unusual.
Yeah.
I'm in control. I don't know how we're going to do.
Back once again with the Renegade Master.
Wow. It's
P4 power for the painting.
It's been a while, hasn't it, guys?
Yeah, it has been a while. I'm not sure I remember how to do this.
Well, you slag off
There we go.
Northerners.
Yeah, and Dulux.
And Dulux.
Yeah.
Swear a bit.
Yeah, you sweat and
Panic.
try and make me come across as a decent human being.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got my work cut out there. And do we just generally chat rubbish about
Yeah. Well, painting.
painting?
So, should we explain? Well, because
Yeah.
we had a little bit of a break, didn't we?
A little bit.
3 months. Little bit in 3 months. We were going for a month, and it turned into 3.
I don't know, yeah, but we have had lockdown,
Yeah.
to be fair, in our defence.
Yeah, and there was COVID got quite close to me, and I didn't want to kill the old man by giving it to him. So
Yeah, exactly. He'd have no one left to torment, would you?
Yeah, no, I can't do it to Mum. She's too nice.
She would punch you as well.
Yeah, she would. So it's just a bit of a struggling to get it back together. We did do one podcast, but we just spent 45 minutes talking about experiences with mind-altering substances, which wasn't probably the best thing to be putting out there to everybody. But
Yeah.
we've
that led in nicely, right?
Yeah.
Well done.
But what we might do is give it to the patrons. Not that there are any yet, but when there are some, we will give them to them.
The thing is, you see, we've also got this problem that we owe. No, we don't owe, but we've got to pay.
Yeah.
Well, someone we don't owe money to.
Yeah, exactly. For once.
We've got to pay Podbean, where we put our podcast out.
Hosts the podcast.
Host, thank you. That's it. £260.
Yeah, to host it for another year.
And we've made absolutely zero money out of doing this podcast.
Because it turns out most CT1, I will hold my hands up.
No,
CT1 have
they've
been
looked after us.
fantastic to us.
Yeah.
Go out and buy CT1. Go to Crown and buy some Peel Tech.
Because
They have been asked to sell as many as they can. Even if you don't need it, just pop over to your local Crown and just pick up a can of Peel Tech. It's really good stuff.
one of these products that you have in your van, you'll never need it, and then it will get you out of a problem.
Yeah, it will. Yeah,
is-
Peel Tech is really good. It is a fantastic product.
And for you anybody that doesn't know what Peel Tech is, it's a sprayable
Paint stripper. But it's not hugely. Like, you can spray it on. You don't have to wear gloves and respirators and all that crap. With the demo they were doing at the P&D show, Jesus, that was a few years ago now. But she was just spraying it on her hand.
Yeah.
So it doesn't burn through your skin. It is really good stuff.
It's got all the shitty stuff out of it, but it's still really
but it's
good.
still good.
So yeah,
Would you what? Because every old boy ever says
Nitro
this.
Morse.
What's it like in comparison to old Nitro Morse?
Well-
Not that I don't think you can ever get to the level of old
I
Nitro
tell you
Morse.
what, old Nitro Morse.
Old Nitro Morse,
that stuff. God, blimey, get near it. Bloody,
Never used it.
That'll kill you.
It'll strip the lungs out of your body. that
Exactly,
would.
you wouldn't breathe. You think COVID's bad. So what was no, it's good. It is one of those. I'll tell you what I've used it for to get me out. I've used it on when you're painting door locks and keeps and stuff like that. and you've
Furniture.
got, thank you. And you've got all paint over it, and you want to try and make a little bit of a show.
Yeah.
Take the furniture off, spray it on that, go over it with a bit of wire wool,
Yeah.
comes up a tree.
Don't even really know why. Like it does do a really good job.
Yeah.
And like I say, CT1 of all of the companies that I'll say now will remain nameless, but
No,
I think we've
name
named them on the podcast. Brewers is the main one. They fucked me off. They did.
Why did that upset you, Ryan?
Because they offered us, between both of us, they offered both of us together £50 for, what was it?
£25 each.
A podcast.
I mean,
Was it a
I
full
mean,
podcast? I
know
can't even remember what it was.
Yeah, it was a sponsored one. They wanted. I mean, I know we're not great.
Yeah, but they have
but-
127 stores. They didn't even get 50p a store to sponsor a podcast.
Yeah.
And that really, because so when we started the podcast, I think it was more of a, because I was saying that you know, it'd be nice sometimes when you're alone on site to have someone there just to chat to, and that's what I do with podcasts sometimes. It feels like you're chatting to someone. And so I say, well, why don't we do that? And then it might help people that are sitting there, you know, working on their own board, sort of in their own head. You know, me and you chatting there. And I think that we may have lost our way a little bit because we did try and get sponsors and go with these big firms and stuff, but they're fucking useless.
And also...
granted, again...
CT1.
So CT1, amazing. Go and buy PillTech. Just do it.
Well, we're going back to the PillTech thing. From the 8th of February, if you buy 2 tubes of CT1, which you can use for adhesion and...
So if you're big into your Instagram decorators, Rushmore 100 uses CT1 to cork around windows because he finds it sticks better to the plastic and just gives a better...
And, so you can use it for gluing... Gap filling,
it's
all sorts.
Really good.
Paintable. But you get 2 tubes of that for £20. I think they're £10 each. And then the PillTech you get for free.
Yeah,
so,
but CT1 is sort of one of those ones that is,
again,
another get you out of anything.
Yeah, it will do.
Between CT1, PillTech and Multisolve, just get a tin of each of those and you'll be set. So we did record a podcast with... a sales rep from CT1, didn't we? But it didn't sound very good, so we didn't put it out. But what he was saying is that they're a fairly big firm, but they've only got, I think it's 8 products.
Yeah, but what they do with those 8 products...
Yeah, but they know for a fact that those 8 products do exactly what they say it will do, and they work well. So they're not throwing out 1,000 different products for different things. They stick to what they know will work really well, and that's what they sell. So and CT1 is one of those ones where you can... Sort of like Paint Shack with Caparol, where you can go in there and buy it.
Caparol paints.
Big up, Colin Steve.
Yep. Hang on, Mother's turned up. I've been trying to phone you, but now you can't get hold of me because we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, I couldn't get in, could I?
That's okay. Do you mind?
Come round the back.
Either get a mic or fuck off.
Perfect. I'll fuck off then.
Right.
Love you. I didn't mean it. Ryan's going to go home soon.
Yeah, you're going to get beaten later. We're in a flow there. Yeah. So CT1 is there. Their products work and they work well.
Yeah. And that's what they're British made. That's what I was going to say. They're made in.
That means that the prices won't go up because of Brexit. So even better, you buy it and you know that's the price it's going to be. But
so what we're trying to say is, in a roundabout way, we've incurred expenses we were unaware of.
You know, you were saying that we wander quite heavy. We do wander quite heavy. So what we're saying is that we started it sort of a bit of just see what was going on and have a bit of fun with it. But now other people are asking us for money, and we can't get money from anyone else. So we're going to ask you, the listener, for money. Yeah. And we'll set it up. It'll be Patreon. So
this is Ryan's little baby because I've got no idea. What's going on.
Basically, if you don't know what Patreon is, it's sort of it's a way to support content creators.
That's all we are.
Yeah, we are. Well, this is content, and we are creating it.
Well, in a roundabout way.
Yeah. So each month you give us. I think our pricing is going to be £1, £2.50, and £5. So we're not asking for a lot.
There you go. But it'd really help us. Keep
it going, and because we're paying like the desk and the microphones is all out of our own pocket and stuff.
And we were hoping, like Ryan, we were hoping, like Ryan said, that we might be able to get some
sponsorship or something.
But as it turns out, it's hard work. And then also we're going to lose our edge because if we'd have gone with brewers, if we'd gone with
we're going to have to calm down.
We're going to have to sort of toe the line a bit because we're not going to get
I'm a big fan of stepping very far over the line, not towing it.
Well, anybody that listens to this regularly will know that.
Yeah.
I got told the other day, I don't know how we've not been taken to court.
Taken to court? Well, we've been threatened.
How on earth do you two get away with what you... Well, it's a podcast, isn't it? You can basically say what you want.
It's the internet.
It's only our
you
opinions.
can do what you want. Yeah.
We don't,
I don't know what I'm on about. I just talk shit.
I was talking to Elon Musk. Tony Pearson Young.
Oh, was it? TBY?
Yeah, he the other day. And I feel a bit sorry for him, really, because he has got a really properly... definitely.
You can't say anything bad about Dulux.
not just Dulux, but I wasn't going to mention Dulux, but he's got to be really careful what he says and what he talks about, doesn't he? So
do go and give his podcast a listen. I've not listened to it, but
no, I've listened to it.
I think he needs at least 1 or 2 listeners. So go and give it a listen.
No, he's doing a good job. We should support him, really.
Yeah, I know. I like Tony. Tony's a nice bloke.
Yeah, we should.
That's the thing you got to separate sometimes. Is that Dulux as a company and their products, I'm not a big fan of, but the people in it, I don't mind. Yeah, Tony's all right. Vicky's nice.
They'll do what they can to support you and help you out.
But it's just sometimes they can't do everything because they're in such a big firm.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're gonna ask you for a bit of money, and I think what we're gonna do is do like a half-hour, 45-minute free podcast. So you don't have to pay if you don't want to. You'll still get. Well, hopefully we're back in a bit of a regular scheduling now.
Yeah. And the other reason why,
Go on, let's have a fucking wander.
No. This is on track. This is on point, and on what?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway,
on topic.
It is on topic. Yeah. The other reason why we've not done a podcast is because Ryan seems to think we need the face-to-face interaction.
It's not even the face-to-face. It's the audio quality. Well, I can't get the quality out of this microphone.
Yeah.
What were you gonna? What was your?
No, I was going to say, that's what we were going to do. It. We've sort of we were looking at other ways of doing it over Zoom, but that sounds absolute shit.
Do you want to know my proper reason as well?
Go on.
I live in a tiny little 1-bed flat with my missus.
I need to
who
get
doesn't
out.
fucking work at the moment, and
Does she
the
listen
stuff
to the
we
podcast?
talk. No, thankfully,
Okay.
and the stuff we talk about, I don't know. I just wouldn't feel comfortable getting into the bit of soapbox rage that I get into in here, my little rage dungeon that is your shed in my living room. It just doesn't have the same.
So you just need to
effect.
get out, really.
I need to get out,
There's an
and I
excuse
need to. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to say half the things that I'd say in front of her.
Yeah, you just need to have your own space and lose your shit. On your
a little
own.
bit. So yeah, I like coming down here.
So I was trying to make out a real reason why.
Yeah,
But it was, the sound
yeah,
is crap.
and
We've
to be
tried
honest,
all sorts of
I'm
things.
not. Well, why? We've never bullshitted to these guys before ever either, and
exactly.
we're fucking lazy sometimes. To be honest, like when I'm not working, I veg out. I turn into a vegetable within like 3 days of not working. I'm waking up at 4 in the afternoon playing Football Manager
Tell
until
the guys
6 in the morning.
what happened when Joe was off sick with the 2 weeks you were off work. What happened? You went nocturnal.
Yeah, I flipped my sleep
on
schedule
nocturnal.
out. I'm a night owl fully. So I think at one point I was falling asleep at 4 or 5 in the morning, waking up at like 2, 3 in the afternoon, playing Football Manager all night. You know, doing well in the Euros. Got knocked out of knocked out of the FA Cup by Liverpool.
And then what happened the day you went back to work on the Sunday night?
So no, this wasn't me flipping my sleep schedule around. What it was. It gets confusing because days and nights don't match up for me. So I think Thursday night I was playing Crusader Kings with a couple of my mates until 3 in the morning. So I was up until about 4. But I woke up at 11 the next day, but with a banging migraine. So I slept the rest of that day until about 7 or 8 in the evening, and then woke up, and then I was up. So Sunday I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to get to sleep at 11 o'clock from waking up at like 8 in the afternoon. So
8 in the afternoon, 8 in the evening?
Yeah, 8 in the evening. So I'm just going to have to stay up. So I done Monday this week with no sleep at all. I don't think I'm going to charge him a full day for that one. I was not present.
You're a fucking lunatic. Absolutely mad.
Crusader Kings is fun though.
So have we actually...
No, because you made me wander. So
Back on track.
What we were saying is we'll do a half-hour, 45-minute, however long we're vibing on that one, free podcast.
With a bit more structure.
A little bit more structure, maybe a little less rage and rants and, the...
Well, so we're nearly
shouting
going to be
abuse
a
at
little bit
people.
more professional.
Yeah, I won't quite go that far. Semi-pro, maybe.
Okay.
We've still got a job in the week, but on the weekends we'll go out and play.
Yeah, so then...
And then after that, we'll still stay on and record another podcast that's a little less structured, a little bit shouty, screamy, more fun.
Freestyle.
Like, a bit more... do you remember? The free podcast will be like Thursdays. No, Mondays.
This is what I was meant to
And
say
then
the other day when we were talking about
and
this.
then the Patreon podcast will be a little bit more like the Thursday, if you remember that far back when we were doing 2 a week, and now we're doing 1 every 3 months. I think we very
Mind
much
you-
like most people, we gave it our all far too early on.
Well, no, mate. You know, saying that, if we'd have just done 3 podcasts, we could have put. Because not everybody is whacking out podcasts every week. You
Yeah.
know, some people do monthly ones.
Yeah, well, either way, but
You know, it's just because we set the bar so high for ourselves.
yeah. But so we're going to do that, and then also with the Patreon, so you don't just get the podcast, but hopefully if we get a little bit extra over the top of what we need to pay for the hosting, and I think we need one new mic in case we ever get a guest again.
on the off chance.
Just
that
on
we
the off
may,
chance that someone wants to spend some time with us.
or we're allowed to actually mix with people.
Yeah, but so whatever we have left over, we're not going to just pocket it, because I don't know about you, but I make all right money decorating.
Yeah.
So we're going to do things like maybe hire a graphic designer to get some T-shirts made, and then
Good
if you're
idea.
on the Patreon, you might get a 10-20% discount off of T-shirts.
Yeah.
We've got raffle prizes that we've had for the past 8 months that we've yet to give away to
Christ.
anyone.
We've had some for a year.
So we'll
have to
chuck
start-
some of them on the free and chuck a few more on the Patreon, and then also if we've got money
oh.
left over, tools that we like, you know, brushes that we like and other bits,
yeah.
we can use that money to buy them to then do giveaways
Or
to the
reviews, or
patrons.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
And also, 10% of all profits will be going to Sunnyside Retirement Home for myself.
yeah, it will be going into my pension.
I have got a pension.
You have.
Yeah, I have now. Yeah, good work.
Um,
no, but I mean, if that's
Yeah, so
really-
that's the plan really. If I don't know, maybe some, but like I say, we're not asking for a lot. £1 a month is the minimum you can put in, and if you think we're worth a £5, give us a £5. But
Yeah.
we're not trying to be greedy. We're just trying to
Cover
cover
our costs.
operating costs.
and we don't want to be tied up with other
Yeah.
people, really.
I want free reign to call whoever I fancy a fucking cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
And we can't, you know.
Yeah,
it's-
we tried, and
We've tried all
you
sorts
do
of ways.
plug away at the marketing side of things. You're always talking to people, calling, trying to
Exactly.
arrange stuff, and the only thing that's ever come to anything really is CT1.
And they would have been there from day one.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think we've let CT1 down more than they've let us down.
Yeah, I
so
think you might be right. But
we've got. So before we do this, we do have the podcast that we recorded with CT1 at a Crown Decorating Centre, which is where you should go and buy some Peel Tech. But like I say, the audio was a bit
it was
dodge.
horrendous.
But it was a good podcast. It was quite informative.
Yeah.
But we'll do that. We'll get that one out of the way. So then we're not tied to anyone, and then we'll hit it again with this.
We've got quite
Patreon
we've got a
and
couple
blah, blah, blah.
of podcasts that we haven't put out because we thought they were a bit so
Yeah.
they could go on the Patreon.
Yeah,
as well,
like
couldn't it?
they be the lost podcasts, like the one where we spent 45 minutes talking about drugs.
Yeah, the one we spoke about that I had to edit quite heavily about your favourite female decorator.
Oh yeah, that was the one that we got thrown to take to court over, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it was all that. It's all in that sort of
Yeah,
time. So
there's a
couple
few
of maybe
laying about that.
of more interesting ones.
Yeah, and maybe, and with the good thing with the Patreon is that the guys can comment back. I was thinking as well. I didn't tell you this idea on air meeting. Do you remember these?
Fantastic.
Maybe a private Facebook forum.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
'cause-
we've already got a
'cause-
private one.
No, we've got the page, but I mean like we've got like the Two Decks
Group.
page group,
Yeah.
but like an actual private group where, you know, because some of the decorating forums don't like you putting up off-topic things, but I watch a shitload of YouTube and I'd quite like to share a few of those channels, but I don't ever want to put them up on the decorating,
Yeah.
because it's about decorating, and these are like
And also,
engineering channels and stuff.
on that point, the other idea you had about posting ideas or posting questions that don't get shot down because you were going to set up that forum, weren't you?
Mm,
You know, when people ask us, when someone asks, we've been talking to people and they say, I would love to ask a question, but I don't put it up on a forum because I'll just get shot down and everybody will take the piss. And
yeah.
so maybe we could use the forum for that sort of thing as well.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
like
a bit
bit of a safe space where you can, not a safe space, but you know what I mean.
fucking snowflake. Yeah.
No, but you know where you can ask something and people will actually fucking
Yeah,
you know, it's a
give
group,
a legitimate response.
it's a group of people that you know pretty
Not
well.
everyone's trying to be a funny fucker all the time.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But you,
so
yeah. So
There's a
it
few,
could-
a few
there's
little things we could
options
do,
there.
but
And also, if you've got any ideas,
yeah, well, no, they never talk to us anyway, so it
No,
don't
they
really
don't.
matter. Do they? We
Exactly.
never get an email. We never get fucking.
we get a few emails.
do we?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
normally I've got a stack of them printed off.
Yeah, no, but no, just get in touch. I'm not going to tell you the email address because I've probably forgot it. 2decks.
OneMic@gmail.com.
Yeah,
There's a bloke
that's
asking
bad,
on Facebook the other day. He was like, "Oh, where can I find your podcast?" Bearing in mind, a few people have already said in like up the thread, "Oh, 2decks, one mic." I was so tempted to comment on there. You're not a fucking idiot, mate. Find it. But I was like, let's not scare away the new listeners just yet. So
I'm not quite ready for that.
So if you're on that comment thread, I think it was like Mike Cupid, he put up asking about it, and he asked where we could find it. I didn't actually give him a link. I just said Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you find it is there.
We need to get this set back up, and
but if you have found it, welcome. If not, he's obviously a fucking idiot. So. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the maintenance, isn't it? That's where we're trying to go.
I think that's what we're trying to say.
I think the podcast sort of got a bit. It got big under us, didn't it? We didn't really notice because we always say we're sat in the shed. I'm just chatting to my old man.
Yeah,
it's no different. We were on the phone the other day. I think I was in the bath and you called me and we were chatting. I was like, you do realise we're doing the podcast right now, like what we're talking about and how we're chatting. It is the podcast.
Yeah, we could have just recorded that.
Yeah,
but
bit echoey in my bath though.
Yeah, but no, it is just you know what it's like. You've been listening for long enough. We haven't got to tell you what it's like.
Yeah, we're two decorators, and we got a couple of microphones and a fucking recording desk, and we just sort of gave it a shot.
Of our own voices.
Yeah, we gave it a shot and thought people would find it funny or entertaining or something, and apparently people do. I don't know why, but yeah. So now it's kind of got.
It does feel good to be back.
Yeah, I do enjoy doing this.
I did feel like I was cheating on you the other day.
Oh yeah, because you done one with Mr. Mears, didn't you?
Yeah, John Mears.
Traitor.
John Mears has started up.
Fix radio, fucker.
I've got him over on the tools now.
Yeah, is he on the better one
I'm
now?
trying to get him onto something a bit more respectable. So
yeah,
hopefully, he might see the light and get away from that fucking shower of shit.
Yeah.
Hi, Louis. How are you?
The other thing I wanted to do, if we got some funds, is our old station manager at Fix Radio now does voiceovers.
No, he does things as well, doesn't he? Audiobooks.
Yeah, he done John's audiobook, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
John Mears. So if you haven't bought his book, we're plugging away.
What is it? You got it there.
Yeah,
Sales and marketing for decorators, isn't it?
Where is it?
That's the one. Sales and marketing for decorators. John Mears. There'll be an affiliate link somewhere on Dad's YouTube. If you go on Amazon and look in one of his Amazon on YouTube, painting and decorating tips and how to paint
By
efficiently
TJ.
with TJ or something.
Yeah, that's me.
Instead of TJ painting and decorating.
Yeah, but it's for the logger room, isn't it?
You'll find an affiliate link there, and if you buy it off of that, Dad'll get a little kickback too. Don't cost you any more. It costs Amazon money.
I have to declare that as well. You have to tell people you're doing affiliate links, don't you?
Do you?
Yeah, apparently they get upset if you don't.
Yeah, I probably would, to be fair.
Yeah,
Though.
So, but it's not going to cost you guys any more.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you any money, but it just gives us a little kickback.
Yeah. I'll get pence for it.
Yeah. So
That's a little breather.
Yeah.
You've got to let the podcast breathe.
let it breathe, air out a little bit. I tell you what.
What's that?
Should we had a little talk about German tool manufacturers the other day.
The Germans?
More specifically, the one with the big W. But
Black and yellow.
it got on to generally German tools.
Engineering.
Yeah, because we've just got. Well, I say we. The bloke I work for has just gone out and got a Graco 9.5.
That Ryan is
It
absolutely...
is a fantastic machine. It is the dog's danglies. It is fantastic.
And what makes
it's
it
a
even
really good
better
machine.
is he only paid £800 for it.
Yeah,
Second hand.
Yeah, second hand, 800 quid, spanking new, not a drop of paint gone through it. Yeah, really good deal. But from using the black and yellow W5000 to using the 9.5, which is the spanking new is about 450 quid more in it. The 5K's 800 quid.
Yeah, about that, I think.
Yeah, but like I say, if you keep an eye out, there's always 9.5s going up on Facebook.
So
for
why
whatever
is matey
reason.
not putting any paint through this Graco then?
Well, he done big industrial coating, so like warehouses and things like that. Went and priced up a job and bought it thinking he'd need it for the job, which is how much money this bloke's going through on jobs, is that he bought a tool for a job he's not even got yet, and that tool was 1,250 quid.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so he normally uses I can't remember what they're called now, but like the air assisted airless, but the pump the airless pump is run off of compressed air.
Not that. Oh,
I can't remember what they're called. They're you can get them on Sprayman, but they're well out of the products that we use as domestic decorators.
Oh, is it? It's
Yeah.
not the Gentlein or whatever.
No, not a Gentlein. It's yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but you see them and they look like weird spray machines because they've got no electric motor to run the pump. It's run off of air.
Yeah.
And he tows along air compressor. That's how big this air compressor is. It's a tow along one, and that's what he uses on his jobs. So very far out of the range of what we do.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be taking that in a Doris's house.
So
But
£1,200 win for that.
yeah,
Next to, yeah.
I think that machine, the air assisted airless compressed air motor one, is like $4 or $5 grand in and of itself. I mean, a little machine.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's G something. It's not Gentlein, but it's like something.
That's good. It'd been
yeah.
quite handy if you'd remember what that was for our story.
Yeah, not that.
Don't
Fucking
need its
look it up on Sprayman, Spray Direct, or one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But this 9.5 it's just so easy to set up and get it running. There's no fart arsing about. A little bit of water, a little bit of Fluorotrol, mix it up, bang it on the gun.
Something
good
the
to
other
go.
day. I don't know.
No fucking rice cookers out and. Oh, yeah, well, I'm just going to have to spend 45 minutes playing with the air and the spray pattern on this 5000 to get it going right, and then even then you still got to lay it on just to the point of it running, and then it will look good. No, bang it on.
Fuck, the wind's changed
Chuck
direction.
it over the
Shit, we've got to set it up again.
Yeah. It's dropped by half a degree. Shit. I'm going to have to thin the paint out a little bit more.
You say that, maybe it's us.
Most people that I've spoken to that have got a 5000 say it is one of the harder machines to... Maybe not set up, but to set to the point of getting a good finish.
Yeah.
But this 9.5 is... I don't know why it's easier or anything like that, but... And it just feels better.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's not plasticky.
It's built out of metal and parts and actual shit. Like, the needle isn't a plastic thing that's going to snap, and then you've got to call up Mr. Bidwell and ask him for a new needle that he can send you in the post.
The needle's
Or
not
try-
plastic in a...
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What in?
In the 5000.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's,
it is.
It's metal.
No, it's not. Because you snap the tips in the 5000 a lot. Pause the podcast, get it out. Where is it?
It's up the yard.
Oh, it's up the yard. Right, let's drive up there.
It is metal.
Take the microphones with us. The needle inside is not metal. They are made out of plastic.
They're not.
I will put money on it. Once we finish this, we're going up the yard, and I'll prove a point.
It's not.
It is.
It's metal because I've taken it out so many times to clean it.
Yeah, and you snapped it.
That little bloody plastic washer thing gets stuck if you don't clean it out.
Yeah.
And that's why this is to be continued.
But anyway, I know I'm right.
I am right.
It is made out
I
of
am
plastic.
right. It's not. It's made out.
And these, it's just a solidly built machine. You can pop the air hose out of the bottom, and the connector for the air hose is
I'm
metal.
going to make a note of this on the board.
Yeah, you make whatever notes you need, man.
This will be revisited
Yeah,
because it is metal.
it's just a far better machine. It's far better thought out. It's far better designed. Like, okay,
take some of these jobs off the board.
you done any of them?
No.
No.
That one I definitely didn't do.
Yeah, no, didn't do the front door in South Sea. Not this time of year.
The needle.
Yeah, metal needle. You know, like the base unit, like the actual compressor, is made out of metal instead of plastic, and then got this weird like frame over the top of it to rest the gun on. I don't get that. Why is there this like the 5K is like the machines say 6 inches tall, and then they've added on 8 inches of plastic over the top. There's just dead space.
It's a carrying handle, isn't it?
Fucking big carrying handle, Mush. Jesus.
Right, easy.
How many people are carrying it? You put it on a fucking elephant.
But no, you can then put the pot in that handle.
Oh
to
yeah!
show-
I'll
as a
tell you what,
cradle.
that's really useful. Let's take up fucking twice the amount of space in the back of the van to be able to put the gun on it. You can put the gun on the Wagner one.
I've never-
I'm not on the Wagner one, on the Graco one.
I've never actually put the gun on the machine,
Yeah.
to be honest.
That big 3 pieces of plastic is completely pointless.
We
Completely
know your
pointless.
feelings about Wagner. So
It's like that's the thing. It's not even specifically Wagner, but it just happens to be that I don't like any of their products. I do.
there must be something you like.
It's
surely.
not Wagner as a company. Like when we went over to Germany, they were lovely. They treated us really well, fantastic. But I just can't find a product of theirs that I put my stamp on saying that I like it, because they're just built shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. Germans have got a reputation for outstanding engineering.
And so they've got it is fantastic engineering for Germans. Because if you ever see them work, if you ever watch Germans work and stuff, they're all very clean, everything's treated very gently.
Yeah, that warehouse was very tidy, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, the warehouse was... Yeah, but everything's very organised and you don't...
Can I just stop you there?
Go on.
Before you go. In another 15 seconds, that would have been half an hour.
Yeah. See, so that's...
So how on earth are we going to squeeze in? Is that why we got some structure?
The point is that when we do this one and it's a bit short and we're getting into it, and then people are like, fuck, I wish I had the Patreon so I could hear what else they're talking about in the other 45 minutes of the podcast. So it's a bit like a teaser.
From about 20 minutes onwards, if I give you a sign, then we've got to start really getting good and ramping up and then stop.
Yeah, and then be like, right, well, we'll see you free ones next week. We're going to stay on and talk to the Patreon listeners.
Like a bit like prick teasing.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's just when she's rubbing it over the trousers sort of thing, and then when you finally get home, and you've paid her the £5, like they're paying us, then they get the full service.
Right. Anyway, we've got we're 30 seconds past 30 minutes now.
Yeah. See, right. Well, catch you next week.
Bye. Put your willies away.
But it is. They have to be used within a very specific set of, I don't know, like work, the actual work that you put into it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they're built to be used very gently, very calmly, and patiently.
Like Germans.
Yeah, like Germans. It's
considered.
If it can't get done properly, it won't get done, sort of thing. Whereas me, I'll be like, shit, well, this is leaking, and you got a bit of PTFE. I'll wrap that around the spray about the thing. I'll wang that on. I just need to get the last bit of coat on this ceiling. You know.
Yeah, they are.
Like I've got a Vera screwdriver. You know, my multi-bit screwdriver.
Yeah.
I think built for electricians. This thing is because I think it's built for screwing sockets in. That's as gentle as you can really do with it. Because I had to Gorilla Glue the thing back together because every time I was trying to get a screw out of a picture or something off of the wall, the thing would fall apart. It would break in my hands as I was trying to put too much torque through it because it's built to be used very gently in a specific use case.
They're not the cheap tool. That's not a cheap tool.
Yeah, I know.
How much do you pay for that? 15?
I paid £25 for that screwdriver. Hell. Very good screwdriver. It's the 802-1. I think. Really good screwdriver, but it just has to be used very gently and very calmly. And that's the same. They're engineered very well, but instead of being over-engineered, they try and push it as far as they can down the other end and make it as weak as possible. Because
don't use it for anything else.
Yeah, because like if you look at a Wagner product, mostly any of their spray machines, if you look at it closely in the light, and you'll be able to see the ribbon, the supports of the plastic casing. That's how thin they've made the body of the machine, that you can see the cross-hatching supports behind it. Like, how thin does a bit of plastic have to be? Oh, why can't they just bump it up another mil? Or make it out of fucking metal? You know, it's a tool. It's going to get beaten about. Let's make it out of something a bit better than fucking 0.5 mil of yellow plastic.
There we go. You finally exploded. You were very.
But that's the thing. I'm like, so we operate in quite a fucking
robust.
Yeah,
industry.
We have to. Our tools have to be robust for how we pack the vans up,
especially
and how
if
we
you
treat
see
the tools.
Joe's van.
Yeah,
fucking hell, you can't get
it's very, very much. All you need to know for finding the tool in the back of Joe's van is how long is it since the last time we used it, because that's how far down the pile it will be. You know, if you used it 3 weeks ago, you're digging out right down the back. But if you used it yesterday, it'll be on the top.
Yeah, if you used it 3 weeks ago, you opened the side door coming from the other way.
But I'm fairly confident that if we needed to, you could chuck the 9.5 on top of the pile, cruise about a bit, and it'll come out fine. But
the Titans survived well in them, isn't it?
Yeah, the Titan, the Tritec. But the Tritec is die-cast alley. It's made out of metal.
Yeah.
It is metal. It's metal skid, metal body, everything on it is metal, and it lasts. And that thing does get abused. That gets chucked about, thrown, and it's lasted. But I don't think a Wagner machine of equivalent price that would be, you know, an equivalent product would last that long. Not in the way we treat them. And, you know, if you treat your tools really nicely, then, yeah, crack on. Get a Wagner. They are very good machines if you treat them nicely.
Yeah.
But I don't really particularly know. We worked at TP for a little bit, didn't we? So I worked out in the yard, met a lot of builders and tradesmen there, and then I went out on site on my own, met a lot there. Very few people treat their tools nicely in the UK.
No.
I find things are very much tossed in the back of the van. Like, it's normally the old boys that treat their tools really nice. Clive used to treat his tools really nicely, didn't he?
Yeah.
He'd have toolboxes for everything. He had a toolbox for his cups of tea.
Yeah, the toolbox for the toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in reality, most of us, when we're packing up, want to get everything in the van to get home as quick as possible. So it just gets chucked. And that's my thing. Like, yeah, maybe for the German market, they're spot on because they get treated very nicely, but tools don't get treated nicely over here. They get abused, and Wagner just can't. In engineering, it's called, I think it's the safety factor. So if, say, a bridge, and it needs to support, it's rated for a ton. If the safety factor is 2, they'll build it to be able to support 2 ton. If the safety factor is 10, it'll build it to support 10 ton. I think the Wagner safety factor is about 0.5.
Oh, right.
Like, okay, the PP90.
Maybe this is why we're not getting sponsored by anybody.
I didn't do much. Well, you're not giving me anything. You're just letting me fucking monologue.
No, it's all right. You're going there quite nicely. I just,
So I fucking trashed a PP90. Sorry, Colin, that we got lent. I fucking trashed the thing. I used it once, and I broke the transducer valve on the side that turns it from prime to spray. I used it once, and I broke it.
Was that just once?
Once on that job down the charity, and it snapped.
The trouble is that PP90 is not a bad machine.
No,
seriously.
But you've just got to be very gentle with it.
Yeah, maybe.
And I'm not gentle.
Yeah, maybe you're just...
I'm a smasher. I'll smash it.
Have you used that PP90 on the skid yet or not? Oh, God. I'm frightened to ask.
Joe did today.
Yeah. Oh, no. Did he keep it clean?
Got to the job, took it out of the box, no hose, no gun.
Yeah, but did he? Yeah, but how did he get on spraying? How
held the machine up to the ceiling.
Squirted it.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought that you might.
I think what had happened is that the machine got taken out to take some pictures at the shack, and
never went back together.
The hoses never went back in.
Well, I'll tell you what. At least it kept clean.
Yeah.
Dear,
So yeah,
dear.
so that was a little bit of a. But yeah, he got on well with it. He likes the machine. It handled amphibulin easily, no juicing down. Handled Capadin, but Capadin, you spit that out of your mouth and it'll look good.
Capadin, don't you?
I do love a bit of Capadin.
Anyway,
go on. I'll let you monologue now for 15 minutes.
No.
And not get us any sponsors. Who are you going to rage against?
Fucking stupid.
Ah!
Oh, hello.
I just want to. I'm going to write it down. Lick Paints can fuck off as well.
What have they done to upset you now?
No. You go with your thing.
He was a bit of a cock, wasn't he?
A bit.
Hang on then. Right. The other day, my missus was showing me something on Instagram where this woman. No, not Instagram. I think it might have even been. It might have even been Good Morning or something.
Good Morning.
Where this woman, interior designer, there we fucking go, has come up with the revolutionary idea that everybody should do of painting the skirtings the same colour as their fucking walls. Well done. Yeah.
If you ever do get asked for that, amphibulin.
Yeah.
Don't even need to rub down the woodwork then. Just bash it all straight on.
But you think it just makes you wonder what
Yeah. Is that some huge revelation to you?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
you can do
wow.
skirtings in different colours. Tell you what, you can do ceilings in different colours as well.
I didn't want to say that. That would have blown their minds.
You can have dark colours on
Yeah.
ceilings.
And you think, and guess what? When you paint the skirtings the same colour as the walls, do you know what happens? It makes the walls look taller. Fucking great. And you think, what on earth? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe
it's like some huge revelation to the public.
Yes. And then that was, I think that might have been on Monday, and then on Tuesday she sends me a picture of this fucking idiot with his 18-inch roller rolling a wall.
No, I've seen that. Yeah.
And again, that's that was in the Daily Mirror. No, yeah, it was in the Mirror. I think on their
It's a
website.
shit rag anyway.
Yeah, but
fucking Sun and the Mirror and the Star and the Express.
Daily Mail?
Basically,
Daily Mail?
Daily Mail. Basically, all newspapers can get fucked
Can
too.
you still get the Daily Sport?
No.
That's just a
Don't
tits
buy
in it, basically.
Don't buy newspapers.
I try and I've been
The
trying.
internet's got tits on it now.
Has it?
Yeah,
Where'd you find that? What page?
everywhere. All over. Just basically open up the internet and you'll find tits.
Oh, fucking Joe sent me something the other day.
Yeah, what, the one with the drill?
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, it's a Ryobi of all
Oh
things.
dear, yeah.
If you're going to jam something in your hoo-ha, you'd make it a bit better than a Ryobi.
That's what Ryobi's fit for, isn't it? Well, she told me I've got a lovely one at the yard she could have used.
I've got a jigsaw.
Yeah, exactly. She would have been able to have that old dap in one hand. What are you showing? What? Oh, my fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to have a look yourself, it's Pandora Nixie on the internet, but it is yeah. Don't be looking at it around other people.
There's nothing to you. Just
It's
get the
just
twins.
titties, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
Quite nice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to my... Yeah, and this bloke with a roller, 18-inch roller... And
I've seen that.
He's going across his
It's
wall.
madness.
You think... I don't know.
So if you've seen the video, the wall's already cut in,
Yeah.
for one. And secondly, he's got this big 18-inch roller. He goes across it in a W pattern one way and then comes back just up and down.
Yeah.
But he's using one of those infill rollers. You know, you pour paint in the middle of
Yeah,
it.
with the handle.
Yeah.
We go...
Yeah, I'm not
Slide
sure if he's got the handle on it or if it
Oh,
just
right.
sits in the
in
thing.
yeah.
But he's got one of them, and you can tell just from looking at it that the finish is fucking awful.
Yeah.
You can, like, he just laid on way too thick. Like, as much as, oh yeah, it's good to paint, we all know this. I don't know why we're saying it to, well, you know, this is for Dom in Australia who doesn't know about painting. But, you know, there's a reason why things
hello,
are done. There's a reason why things are done with two coats. Because if you lay it on too thick, it's going to look crap.
Yeah.
So you put one on and then you put another one on and then you get your... And it doesn't take that long. Like, reality, yeah, you rolled that wall really quick, but you'd only be a couple of minutes behind him if you were doing it properly, and it'd look 10 times better.
And you could tell him, you could say she was doing that wall for show, can't you? Because fuck me, he flew across it. You thought, well, keep that up all day, mate.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Yeah, not only, keep that up all day, but I reckon just going on that thick, it just couldn't...
But it just
look
blows
good.
my mind, the sort of things that people... Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's because we're too involved in it.
I think so. Because if I stream on Reddit, I do still do that occasionally here and there.
Yeah.
And people are like amazed with... Someone was like, why don't you use tape? And I was like, I'll show you why I don't use tape. And I cut in a socket. There was one phone in one hand. I just went round a socket. And he's like, oh yeah, that's actually quite good. I can see why you don't use tape. Because I can just nail it. It's a socket. You can cut in around a socket easy enough. Like...
Yeah, it's just...
People just don't know. I think there needs to be some sort of push. I don't know whether it could be from everyone sort of... I don't know. Posting a how-to video on your work page so it gets a bit more out there, what we do and why we do it and how it's done. But
educating the customers, that's what we
need
need to do.
educate these cunts.
Customers.
Yeah.
But it's... yeah, I don't know. It just blew my mind that all that got... Those two things got all that attention. You think, well...
Yeah.
You know, it's stuff that you do every day. Not every day, but, you know, it's common garden or run-of-the-mill stuff, really.
Yeah.
And it's just, well, you know, and they get millions of views, and you think, well, fair play to you.
Yeah, maybe we need to stop doing our shitty little podcast and start making viral videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, wow.
You won't believe this painting technique.
Look how I wash my brush out.
Oh yeah, there's loads of those as well, like the spinny roller things. Like, oh, jog on. I like washing out brushes because it means that washing out brushes and rollers, it means some other cunt's packing up dust sheets. I'd rather wash out a roller than pack up dust sheets.
Simon and Vans.
Simon and Vans, what about them?
Well, the other week, Ryan and I, one of the last jobs you and I did together, actually,
Yeah.
we did a full house redeck, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
And one of the last jobs was to hang a two-piece. There's only two drops. A wall mural for their son, who's about 14 or 15, I think. Anyway, turns out this customer sold his house, and I get a phone call from Graham, the owner, one morning. Oh, what paste did you use to paste the mural up with? I said, why? What's happened? He said, Ruben has liked the wall mural so much, he's peeled it off the wall. He said, and we're moving, and the people that are buying the house really like the wall mural.
Oh, it was like a cityscape, wasn't it?
It was a bit like a Banksy thing, wasn't it? It had the Olympic rings, and he had one in his hand.
Oh yeah.
If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see me hanging it.
Painting and decorating tips with Trevor and TJ and painting and decorating.
Yeah, that one. You'll find it. And he was going on and going on. I said, for fuck's sake, Graham. I
Oh.
said,
Don't forget to follow at S&D_decorating on Instagram.
44 minutes. Fucking hell. You're way out of touch. I said, Graham, don't worry. I said it would just be far easier if I come and just do it. He's
Don't
whining.
fuck it up yourself. Let me fuck it up.
Yeah, let me come and fuck it up. So anyway, I went round there. I was only there about flipping half an hour. Chucked it up, got it done, went. Anyway, that was on the Thursday. Friday, I get a phone call from a woman saying, "Oh, I saw your van. I walked past it where it was outside the job. Can you come and price a new build? Well, no, refurb I'm doing in Farnham." I said, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah, she was a...
Here we go. Hold tight.
Hold tight.
Yeah. So I said, "Yeah, no problem. I'll come and do it." So I think I arranged to go on the following Monday or something, Tuesday. Anyway, went out there, met her. Really nice woman. There wasn't a lot really to look at. She had no real proper plans.
That's rude to say about her. Jesus Christ. A bit inappropriate for the podcast. Fucking hell, mate.
Sure, much to look at.
Christ.
There was no plans. There was no stud walls up or anything. It was like, I was like about 6 months too fucking early. But anyway, she said, "Can you pencil me in for mid-March?" I said, "Well,
I'm not giving you the price yet."
I said, "That's it." I said, "I'm not even bright." "Oh, well, I'm sure you'll be reasonable. You look like you know what you're doing here."
It's all in the look, innit?
Yeah, yeah. So I said, "Well, okay." She said, "In the meantime," she said, "I've got an exterior that needs a price as well. Can I meet you?" I said, "Right, okay, I'll meet you there tomorrow." So, but anyway, I went back, looked at this outside. Did
Was she any more to look at next day or not?
She's much better
Dressed
the next day. She made an effort.
After you made that comment to her the first day, she decided to make an effort.
Slightly offended, but anyway. So went there. Cut a long story short, priced up the outside, got the outside. Fantastic. So at least something.
Don't cut long story short because we need fucking minutes.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, got the outside. Thankfully, that's in the bag. Then, as the week goes on, towards the end of the week, I get a text from her. Not even a phone call, a fucking text. Saying I've spoken to the builder. He's got a team of decorators that can get the work done a bit quicker. But bear in mind, when I saw her, there was no mention of speed or anything, or getting it done quickly. And it's probably a better idea to use these decorators because he's worked with the builder before. So I texted her back. You never mentioned timescale. I can get, I thought I could get you and Joe to come and give me a hand. We'll smash it out.
Oh yeah.
I'd already mentioned spraying, and she was a little bit put off by that because she thought it'd make a mess everywhere. It will go all over my windows.
Oh, someone's a fucking idiot.
I
Well,
said,
window.
no.
We had this discussion today. Windows are the easiest thing to get paint off of ever. You don't really mask them up. Fucking I had the bloke wander in this morning. Goes, "Are you going to get the paint off of them windows?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get the paint off for you, mate." It's just because I couldn't be asked to mask up properly. I use paper instead of plastic. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit on there. But I've got a scraper. I'll get it off.
No, I was a bit more posh. I explained to her that they would get masked up, but she still wasn't convinced that paint wouldn't go everywhere. I said things have moved on a little bit since. Anyway,
It does go everywhere. I just clean it up afterwards. That's all.
I said, watch my videos on paint and
Painting and decorating tips by
TJ.
TJ Trevor Mangan, TJ Painting and Decorating, 2X1 Mike.
I just do
tricks.
painting. Anyway, so I said, the only idea, I didn't realise there was a timescale, did I? Anyway, I got another text back. No, I'd really think we should stick with the decorators. So I was a little bit annoyed, really. I mean, I suppose it's my fault for getting carried away, thinking, "Fucking hell, pencil me in," and it just goes to show, don't trust a fucking customer.
No,
Because
not as far as you can throw them.
Now, I did feel like saying, right, stick your outside up your arse as well. I thought, but I thought, well, I have got it.
Unfortunately, I found another outside to do that I'd prefer to do, and I can get on that one quicker. So
Yeah, exactly. And then I thought, well, I have put the outside in at a reasonable price, and if it's nice and sunny, it won't take that long to do. So. Yeah, so it was just a bit of a shitter, really. I mean, I should have got carried away. I should, when she said, "Oh, pencil me in," I should have just said, "Well, let's leave it." And but then you sort of think, I'm thinking, well, that's mid-March. That'd be good.
It's that sort of thing, though, that I think people struggle with a lot. That, and I think John's mentioned it a couple of times as well in his blogs. Is that jmears.co.uk?
Every decorator should be reading.
Is that you can put too much put too much stock in potential work.
Yeah.
Like you can break your back trying to get work, and then it never shows up. Like you've got to sort of pick and choose what you break your back to sort of win.
Yeah.
Because like that, you got a bit excited about it because it was work, and if you had sort of not got excited about it and said, "Look, chill out."
If she hadn't mentioned pencil in,
whereas you then instantly your pound signs in your eyes.
so,
Fuck,
I'm
that's
thinking, right,
great,
well,
cool.
that's most of fucking March sorted out.
Yeah, and you get excited
The
about
weather
it.
be nice and get on and do her outside. That's like 3 or 4 weeks' work easily, maybe 5.
But you just got too much into the planning.
Yeah.
Like, there's that. I'm excited to do that bit of work, and then it drops out, and then it just hits you a little bit harder.
Whereas if she'd have just said, look, if I had calmed down and said, so it just shows after all these years you can still make mistakes and get carried away without. Yeah, so I was
plenty of years as well.
I was pissed. I did
call her a cunt.
No,
but
I spoke to her the other day and just took the piss out of her. I just said, because apparently she'd had a row with the builder before. He said, I left it a few days because I was so annoyed with him. And so I said that to her. I said, I left it a few days. I was so pissed off with you. So luckily she took it in good spirits. So, yeah. So hopefully, and also, if I did say stick the outside up your arse, you don't know what other bridges you're burning, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, so that is a good example for that. Oh, I love it. Is Mrs. Newlands in Alton? She stitched you up for work back in the 80s, and you still call people up now that are working on her properties.
Right. Yeah, because she is look at that scaffold now. It's still up outside the house, isn't it?
Yeah. You didn't. Was it the scaff you called up, or a chippy that was working there?
No, there's a builder working there years ago. And I phoned up and told him that.
Yeah, just be a bit careful. She doesn't like paying. And
he said, He said, I'm finding that out myself. He said, I'm struggling to get money. I said, well, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a 30-year-old grudge now. That is.
Well, yeah, exactly. But no, it's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cost her more. It's cost her more in lost trades than it ever cost than she ever.
She's having
cost
to go
me.
up to Manchester to find trades now.
But no, it just like I say, I maybe should just calm down a bit and sort of. Yeah, if she hadn't have mentioned the bloody pencil, that would have been fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't have jumped on it, sort of
but,
thing.
yeah, so there's me booking. Oh yeah, but no, it's
I think it's a good idea to get your van sign written, but also it depends on what you do. Like, depends how much of an arsehole you are as a driver as well, because you've had a couple of calls.
Oh yeah, that nipper, wasn't it?
Yeah, you gave. But to be fair, he went sideways round a roundabout, and you gave him a little. Gave him a little toot as like looks good, and he calls you up. Why did you toot me?
Mate, your driver's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Then he invited me to Brands Hatch for the weekend.
Yeah. And then the other matey that called you up, and it wasn't even you. He's like, I saw you cunt down. It was on a previous podcast. Yeah,
it was on a previous podcast. Yeah.
Well, I see you cunt chucking fucking litter out of your van on the A3. I was in Basingstoke, mate. A3's the other side.
Yeah. That is on a podcast. I don't know where it is now. It's buried in
somewhere.
Yeah. Buried in a podcast. But no, that was, So, and like I say, you just don't know but you got to be a little bit careful. As much as you're pissed off, you got to just reconsider. And although I took the piss, that taking like a evening sleep on it and then reconsider your actions, I think, because I think we're blokes, we are a bit fired up sometimes and can
over egg it a little bit.
Yes. So the other thing I want to talk about, I was talking about On the Tools. I've made a few appearances on there recently, as you may have seen or may not have seen. But
big celebrity now, aren't you?
Well, I'm working. Yeah, I'm working. Oh, not what's that?
Well, it just felt like a fairly hefty envelope.
Yeah, we've got cash.
Some magazine.
I'm doing some filming for CT1.
Yeah, see, back on CT1.
20th of February.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, good going. That'll be good.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So Andy put on a Andy, Andy.
Yeah. Well, I'm that fucking cool that we're on a first name basis now. Andy, you know Andy, don't you?
You know the guy.
Do you not know Andy?
Yeah,
have you not worked with Andy yet?
No, we've worked together on projects before. He went on the tools yesterday, which would now be Wednesday, and he did a. I think it was because today's something to do with mental health, innit? Small talk, have a talk and
I don't know,
talk it out or something.
Yeah.
He went on there and broached the subject of mental health, which is very good. And I think we should all be talking about it on a serious note. And generally, it was quite well received by the people on there, but there were still a few dickheads phoning up and messaging in, man up, and And you think, for fuck's sake, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I say, people, but like, especially in trades, everyone wants to be the funniest fucker in the room. So a lot of the time, people just don't sort of take a step back from that and think, right, this is a bit of a serious subject. Like, we fuck around quite a bit, but when we do get onto more serious subjects, we do.
We have got one
Pull
or
it back
two
a little
serious
bit.
stuff. Well, I think mental health is our big one. We do.
Yeah, well, that was sort of the reason we started the podcast, wasn't it? Like we said earlier
exactly.
in the show, is just sort of because I've made a couple of bad decisions because I was alone on site and just fucking painting these fucking windows. I was rubbing these windows. I hate doing outsides as it is.
Where
I
was
was on
this?
these windows.
With me?
Wheatley. Do you remember Wheatley with Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, just doing these fucking painting these windows. You just stood on the ladder, your feet ache, and these windows are all where you think you've rubbed it down and you've prepped it all, and then you get to a corner and the fucking thing's rotten, so you got to scrape all the rot out. You're up there for like 2 hours, and there's no one else on site, and you're fed up of listening to a fucking radio. You're just in your own head, and you can't get out of it at all.
And
But I wasn't even driving at that time either, so
No.
I was stuck at that job. Nowhere, I couldn't even go out and go to the shop. And
I was there with you,
yeah, no, you weren't all the time.
wasn't
No, a couple of times you dropped me off there, and I was there on my own.
I? Oh, you were the other guys, weren't you?
Yeah.
Matt took you over there as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and I was just sometimes I was there on my Todd, and it was just it's not.
We had a
yeah.
couple of shit outside jobs from Joe,
Yeah.
to be honest. Then
Yeah.
that fucking Bentworth
Bentley,
job.
yeah.
Yeah, we got stitched right up there.
Yeah, stitched.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I made a couple of bad life decisions in times like that, and you just in your own head. Especially, I think painters are the worst because you can. It's quite easy to do the job on your own. It's not as if you're a brickie and you need a hottie with you, or brickies tend to be two brickies and a labourer, don't it?
Yeah.
And chippies, you tend to have a couple of chippies on site. But painters, you can just sort of get on by yourself, and yeah, just sat in your own head, and it's no good for you.
No, it really ain't. It really isn't.
And there's plenty of things to joke with, and sometimes you can have a bit of a laugh about mental health and how shit you are feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, I was a bit of an idiot for feeling that shit, really, and
But
I'm over it now.
A lot of it is to do with the people you're with as well. Isn't it?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? If you're with people you trust and know that, but yeah, I don't think it's. I think you just need to. I think the trouble is, you need to encourage other people that
Yeah.
aren't as sort of
Yeah.
outgoing and a bit upfront about it.
It's horrible, but I've heard stories, and it has happened where some mate was like, "Oh yeah, well I was laughing and joking about suicide or something," and 3 weeks later, the bloke I was laughing about with killed himself because I didn't realise that he was feeling depressed, and I was taking the piss out of his problems. Like if I'd have been there and just spoke to him,
Yeah.
it'd still be kicking about today.
Trouble is, you've got that on your conscience then for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
haven't you?
granted it is no fault of your own, but at the same time,
You
if
could
you
have
were
done
there for
more.
them, you might have been able to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, it's all, even if you ask someone 1,000 times, "Are you all right?" and they've gone yes, it's the 1,001st time.
No,
that
but
they go.
that's the thing.
Nah,
see,
can
when
we
I-
have a chat?
That's the thing, when you ask someone if they're all right and they say, "Yeah, I'm all right," because that's what everybody fucking says. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right.
all right.
And then you say, "Well, are you really
Yeah,
all right?"
you actually all right?
Yeah, are
mate?
you really all right? And that's because then that stops. That's
Yeah.
what you want. You know when you have conversations and you know
Yeah.
the answers you're going to get.
Yeah.
So you're just repeating it like a robot. But if you take that actual time to say, "No, are you really all right?"
Yeah, nothing's up, is it?
Yeah, it's
That
just
sort of thing.
They just sometimes just need that.
Basically, just it boils down to don't be a cunt.
Well, yeah,
Done it really.
but-
Just be a nice person. I'm not the nicest of people. I can be a shithead, but I find by and large I'm generally an all right bloke, and you just try and be a nice person, and the world tends to get a little bit better.
Wow.
It might not get perfect, it might not get super better, but it'll get a little bit better.
I was funny. You
One
should
less dickhead laying around.
Funny you should say that. I was talking to John earlier, and he said that about when he started his blogs and stuff like that. He said once I stopped trying to sell stuff and started to help people.
Yeah.
He said when you put out that you're going to help people, you tend to get more help back and more.
Yeah.
You find and
I-
you're not forever looking at something to think, fucking hell, what can I get out of it? If
Yeah.
I'm nice to them, when they can do that, and then what do I get? Just
Yeah.
go out there and just be a nice fucking person.
Yeah,
And then,
just be a decent bloke.
and then you will find that nice things happen to you.
Yeah.
All
And-
good things happen to you. I don't
But
know, nice.
at the same time, if someone treats you like a dickhead, just don't be nice to them. Just cut them out. That's
Yeah.
what I do. If I've a fair few people in my life, I just don't talk to them. My brother, I haven't spoken to my brother in fucking 6 years now.
Yeah.
He spoke to me at Nan's funeral. He touched me, and I fucking nearly hit him.
That'd have been a great thing to do at a funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical autumn funeral. Not an autumn funeral without a punch up. But yeah, no, but it's just because I don't think he's a very nice person. I don't want that sort of energy in my life.
You
So
say that. Same with my mum.
yeah, exactly.
Your
you know,
nan.
it's not. She's more your mother than she's my nan.
No, she's your nan.
No, she's your mother.
No, she's your nan. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah,
and-
it's just sometimes it's just not worth putting the effort in to try and be friendly with people.
But I
But
think that's a lesson you've learnt quite early on in life.
yeah,
And it's taken me for fucking ever you try and please people, you try and
Yeah.
please, and you think, and in the end you think, fuck me, whatever I do is not going to make a shit's worth of difference.
Yeah.
You don't respect me enough to make a fucking change. You don't give a fuck about me. You
yeah.
know, so
my
why-
opinions or what I'm thinking or what
so
I'm saying.
All I'm doing is wasting a lot of time and effort and fucking upset.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah.
You carry on as you are, and I'll fuck off. You know?
And my missus says that about me sometimes. Like I went up and I helped one of my mates out, helped them move in. I reglazed the back window for one of them, and just little bits here and there. And yeah, you know, I didn't get anything out of it, but you never know down the line. They're video editors. It might be that, you know, they're like, oh, I've got a couple of free days. Can I come down and, you know, do you want me to come and edit a video or something for you? Or, you know, I think they chucked me like 30 quid to just drive up there in Petty.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take that.
But
So you don't need to always get something out of doing something.
no.
You know what I mean? You don't always need what am I getting out of it? You
Yeah.
just do
What's
it
in it for me?
Just like, and that's what I was trying to get to you at the charity job. It's like, yeah, they've had a lot out of me, but I'm not doing it to get anything back. I'm
Yeah.
doing it just to a bit of catharsis and cleanse my soul a little bit.
We did go there, all right, didn't we? We did.
Yeah, and we
did
done
manage to get there.
Fuckloads of work down there.
They still don't pick that key up.
Yeah, because they can't open that door because it's swelled because I didn't paint it properly.
Ryan.
I thought the frame was done, but it turns out the frame hadn't been done, so the frame has swelled the fuck.
Well, why would they not have done the frame when they put it in? No, well.
No, that's what I thought they had done. I thought they painted the chippies had painted the frame as they put it in, but they
That's the
hadn't.
normal process.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
Well, they're from
but-
Portsmouth, aren't they?
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
There you go.
Yeah, let's not talk about Southampton. Let's not bring up the football.
Oh, no.
F1 news, there's none because there's no F1 on.
That was brief.
Nikita Mazepin's an arsehole. He shouldn't be in F1. Shouldn't
Why?
be racing at
Why?
all. Because he's just a dick. So there was a
Do you know what I've done? I've pressed the jingle so to fade it up in a minute because I thought we were nearly finished.
no.
Gonna press
Just
it
on
again.
a little bit of F1 news for a second.
Oh, other than F1 news, Lando Norris still has not replied to my fucking Instagram post. Cunt.
So yeah, Haas's new driver, Nikita Mazepin, who is people rag on Lance Stroll for daddy's money, daddy's cash, bought a team, bought me a race seat. That's why I'm in F1. Joe hates fucking Lance Stroll. He's a whiny Canadian dick, but
Yeah.
he's still in F1 for a reason. He did put it on pole. You know, he's a decent driver. But Nikita Mazepin's another one where it's his dad. His dad's a Russian oil baron. And, you know, basically he was just like, yeah, you know, I'll give Haas is struggling for money. I'll give them X amount and jump on. But there's a couple of female F1 journalists that he messaged on Instagram and was basically like, do you want to fuck? And she was like, no, not really. And he was like, all right then, well, this conversation's going nowhere. If you want to, call me back. And that was it. That was like, it was literally like 5 things.
Well,
it was basically just saying, I want to fuck you. Do you want to fuck me? And she goes, no. And he goes, all right, well then fuck you. And then we'll go just like...
Well, to be fair, he's an F1 driver. He's got, you know, life in the fast lane. He can't
Yeah,
figure
but
it
it's
out.
like, you know, maybe it was acceptable back in the 70s with James Hunt and stuff like that, before
Jimmy Savile.
women were people. But now that women are like an actual people,
When they were just
Yeah,
grateful
when they were-
to get out of the kitchen for the day.
yeah, you know what I mean. But
Yeah, you might have to refine your skills there, I think.
yeah, and so he was doing that, and then he put a video on Instagram, like posted it himself, of him feeling up this girl in the back of the car. So he's in the front passenger seat, and he's just reaching behind, groping her, and she's like, "Fuck off!" And he's still doing it, and the dude's just a fucking knobhead.
He's a menace.
You just shouldn't like I say, maybe that behaviour was acceptable fucking 50 years ago, but not nowadays. You can't fucking,
You can't get away with it, surely.
you know. I'm saying it was acceptable back then. I'm not saying it was fucking right, but it was acceptable. And he just needs to leave the sport. There's a huge backlash, but F1 don't fucking care. FIA don't care. They're still racing in fucking Abu Dhabi and Dubai and China.
Yeah.
No, that's another one that can get fucked. The PCR, but I don't want our podcast to get fucking hacked by fucking Rona. We'll get Rona on the podcast.
Don't say that.
I think that's about it.
I think we've done well.
Yeah. Lick Paints. Well, I was going back to that.
That's right.
No, you can just fuck off. Don't really need a reasoning. They're just an arsehole company.
Have you got no news update then? Or?
No update. I in my time off through lockdown, I sort of got into a bit of a hobby because I kept getting ads for Lick Paints.
Yeah.
So every time an ad came up, I'd jump in the comments and go, "Can you provide me a data sheet? And can you not be rude on private messages and Instagram?" And every single one just to fuck with them. And then another firm came up called
Did you get a data sheet? And
nope.
Well,
they just ignored me. Fucking bastards. Yeah, Lick Paints, don't ever use them. Get one of their sample cards are like the Farrow and Ball ones where they're actual colour chips.
Yeah.
They cost £1. Get one of them, get it mixed up in Jono's. Yeah. Because you can go to a Brewers or somewhere like that and just get it knocked up in Jono's. They'll scan it and you'll get close enough. The shitty little square fucking bullshit square tins as well that you can't get all the paint out of. But there was another one called, I think they're called Coat Paints. Coat.
Licking coat.
Yeah. So, but Coat, they popped up on an ad and I was like, fuck, this looks like another one of these Lick Paints. So I jumped on their website because my thing is just give me a data sheet. Like, it's not much. I just want a data sheet. Don't ask me why. That's my bugbear, and that's why that's what I want to get. But that, to me,
is important.
Yeah, is an important thing if you're selling paint, and especially like, no, I don't think they're selling so much to tradesmen. But if you're expecting tradesmen to use it, you should have a data sheet there so you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So I jumped on this Coat Paints website. Had a look for a data sheet, couldn't find one, and I also spotted that they'd got coverage and opacity wrong. So I was like, fucking, I'm in it! All the ammunition I need! So I jumped on there, on the thing, rattled away on the keyboard. Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why?
Please, could you tell me? What the fuck?
Yeah, so I put a comment. I wasn't rude, I was maybe a little bit arsey, but not fully rude. And was like, can you give me a data sheet? Also,
are you also
you've got coverage and opacity the wrong way around on your website. And they sent me a message back and they go, we understand that for tradesmen, coverage and opacity are two different things, but for the DIYer, which is who we've made the website for, they tend to mean the same thing. And I was like, actually, fair enough. They've got a point there. Like, all right, we'll give them that one. And they said, if you like a data sheet, email us. And to be fair, I didn't email them because I was bored after that. I wasn't looking for a data sheet. I was looking for a fight. Yeah, so coat paints, they're fairly reasonable. They're quite nice to me.
See, there's a life lesson there.
Yeah.
You can never fight with someone that agrees with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what upset your mum.
Yeah, no, you
you're
can't.
right. You're all right, Ma. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you are right.
I am
Yeah,
a fucking wanker.
Yeah,
you're now you're just saying it. For fuck's sake, what do you want me to say? Yeah, we've all been there.
Right, that's it. I think that's me done. What are we at? An hour?
Hour and 7. So we're back. So
yeah,
what's the plan for going forward then?
Well, I think we'll just keep trying to do it this way up until we get the CT1 out of the way.
Yeah.
The whole Patreon, that sort of thing, still ruminating on. We're still letting it dry. Working it out.
See how it dries.
We'll see how it dries, and if it needs another coat, we'll give it another one.
Yeah.
But that's the plan for the future up until we sort the CT1 podcast out, really. And once we've done that, we can jump on doing our own thing.
Fantastic. Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you
later.
soon.
I hope it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
See you again in January, February, March, May. See you in May.
Spring.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.